to defend their newly won Wildside Tag Team titles. And Future Shock, they better, I know that they normally always say they bring their so-called A game with them wherever they go. But their attack is often very pompous, very selfish, not even realizing what exactly they are trying to accomplish sometimes. They have their heads rectally inserted so often that often it comes out back and bites them on the butt. They can't afford that in a match with so much on the line, nothing less than the Wildside Tag Team titles.
Mark and Jay Briscoe came down here to NWA Wildside in Georgia with a hell of a nationwide reputation, but a lot of people have come to Wildside with reputation and not delivered. Mark and Jay did just that. They got involved into a feud with TNT, in which they got involved with the Lost Boys, and in a four-way dance involving the SATs, Mark and Jay shocked the world as they became the new Wildside Tag Team Champions. The fans love them, and their ability is just, their reasons are just, and they are one hell of Wildside Tag Team Championship combination.
The Briscoe brothers, I dare say, they're peerless. There's no other team that I can compare them to one-on-one for the amount of talent and the amount of execution, the amount of incredible execution they show week after week. These guys have got it. That is the Briscoe brothers.
Literally wonder kids. These two guys are so technically sound. They look like 10-year veterans, and they're 18 and 19 years of age. The Briscoe brothers are two of the best technicians in the States, period. 18 and 19 years old. That's Jay Briscoe in the ring with Brandon P. Front chancery by P. Tag made into Mark Briscoe. Goes to work on the ribcage of Brandon P. and a forearm shot by the younger Briscoe. Suplex takeover. Here comes Mark Briscoe off the ropes. Drops a knee.
And a pin attempt from Mark Briscoe onto Brandon P. early on in this tag team title match this week in NWA Wildside.
Irish whip tag made into Jay Freeze, and that was a blind tag. I don't think Mark Briscoe realizes it. Freeze comes off the ropes, knee lift. Jay Freeze is in control of Mark Briscoe. Right hand in the corner, and he is pummeling the younger Briscoe brother. What a chop. But the Briscoe brothers both have a glutton for punishment. They love to take abuse because they can soak it up. Look at Mark Briscoe up and over there. Shugs Jay Freeze off. Freeze with a kip up, goes for a clothesline, dunk it. Between the legs goes Mark Briscoe. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Mark Briscoe.
Jay Freeze nearly landed on his head, which would have ended the match in no uncertain terms.
Tag made into Jay Briscoe. Side slam, leg drop combination. Old-fashioned slice and dice there. Not enough to get a 3 count.
And interestingly enough, Mark and Jay Briscoe are such complete professional wrestling athletes. They have mastered the art not only of tag team wrestling, but as singles competitors as well, having wrestled each other on a number of occasions, more recently at Freedom Fight 2002.
Yakuza kick by Jay Briscoe. Boot to the midsection. He hooks Jay Freeze in the air. Sit out, gourd buster. Tight cradle by Jay Briscoe, but Jay Freeze not ready to be pinned just yet.
And Brandon P. not too anxious to join the fray. Can't say I blame him.
Of course, TNT now have been deemed the newest #1 contenders to these Wildside Tag Team titles, and they're waiting in the wings next week here on Wildside. They're going to get the Wildside Tag Team champions, whether it be the Briscoe brothers or Future Shock. Springboard clothesline by Brandon P.
There's a reason why they call those high-risk maneuvers, and P nearly slipped off that top rope. And now a blatant choke from Brandon P. onto the pro and Jay Briscoe. Frustration setting in early.
Back elbow. Well, as you said before, Future Shock have been accused of having their heads rectally inserted, and that's certainly the truth. These two young guys have a lot of talent. They got a hell of a lot of talent. But however, their biggest fault is that they get too confident in themselves, and they're not 10-year veterans. They've not been around the block. They've not been in the ring with every tag team. They've been in that there is to be in the ring with. The Future Shock are very, very young in this industry, and if their egos continue to ream out of control, then they're not going to be a success in tag team industry.
In all honesty, they're so talented. They're so good this early on in their career, but they have to be aware of their limitations. And once they are, in fact, frankly, the world could be theirs.
Dragon screw leg whip And Jay Briscoe wisely attacking the knee. Mark Briscoe attacking the knee again. The Briscoe brothers going to work. Shades of some of the greatest tag teams we've ever seen. Shades of the Andersons going to work on that one body part and staying on it. The Briscoe brothers really attacked the knee there of Brandon P. Irish whip. Leg lariat. Spin wheel kick by Mark Briscoe.
Hit Brandon P. right on the mush. Only good enough for a 2 count.
Wait a minute. Mark Briscoe's going for the cutthroat suplex. This is finishing maneuver. Brandon P. counters with a clothesline.
Brandon P. and perhaps Jay Freeze have been studying some Briscoe brothers tapes, suffice to say.
Maybe Future Shock not as confident in themselves as they perceive to be. Jay Freeze now choking, taking a shortcut, the short road on Mark Briscoe.
However, that short road has won more than a few matches in the history of professional wrestling. Perhaps Future Shock believe their night is tonight as they wrestle for those Wildside tag team titles.
Big drop kick there by Jay Freeze, lateral press, but arrogance. Egotistic tactics like that. He did not hook the leg. Casual and nonchalant cover, and that's why Future Shock are not Wildside tag team champions.
But they're getting an opportunity here this evening, and it is better as one opportunity, and they better not squander. They may not ever see it again. To the surprise of absolutely no one, crowd firmly behind Mark Briscoe as he's getting handed to them. In all honesty, Future Shock, they're tagging in and out very quickly. Another Anderson Brothers maneuver.
Big vertical suplex by Brandon P.
And taking Jay Briscoe off his perch in the process. Referee Speedy Nelson having his hands full of Jay Briscoe as Mark Briscoe continues getting it handed to them, and a pin attempt from Mark Briscoe, unbeknownst to the referee. Isn't that nice?
Jay Freeze going back to work on Mark Briscoe. Future Shock have cut the ring in half here, but Mark Briscoe still got a lot of fight left in him, trading chops with Jay Freeze.
Thunderous chops from Freeze. And a good old simple mule kick to the gut of Mark Briscoe. And the younger Briscoe brother is not looking very tag team champion-like at the moment.
Tag team combination. Slingshot leg drop. Rolling senton by Future Shock.
Mark makes it to the ropes. Mark, the game champion that he is, trying to fight out of his predicament. So far, no go. Future Shock apparently, at the moment, have the number of Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe up and over. Rolls through on Jay Freeze. But Freeze sends him hard head first with a second turnbuckle. And he catches a super kick right to the side of the head.
And there's a super choke, which is only valid for a 4 or 5 count, but you can do an awful lot of damage in those 5 seconds.
Mark Briscoe ducks a clothesline. Another spinning heel kick takes down Jay Freeze.
Can Mark Briscoe make that tag to Jay Briscoe? Only a few feet away. Tag is made. Speedy Nelson did not see the tag being made. A clever maneuver. It's one of the old-time ones of tag team wrestling going back many years, but it's one that Future Shock have learned very well.
And the older protective brother, Jay Briscoe, irate that he made the tag and couldn't get in the ring due to Speedy Nelson's negligence.
In all honesty, Speedy Nelson can't have eyes in the back of his head. And that's a fact that Future Shock know quite well.
Mark Briscoe lands on the ring apron. Few shots there, springboard splash by Mark Briscoe. This is his opportunity here.
And a pair of tags, and in comes Jay Briscoe, and he's had it with the antics of Future Shock.
Jay Briscoe is a house of fire, and I mean that quite literally. What a drop kick by Jay Briscoe. High leg lariat onto Brandon P. Yakuza kick to Jay Freeze.
Hey, Jay Briscoe, one-man tag team himself.
Death Valley driver. Jay Freeze breaks up that pinfall at the last second.
Boy, no possible time remaining in that breakup. Now Jay Freeze trying to do a number. What? A cradle pile driver? No.
Mark Briscoe there for the save.
Looks like Speedy Nelson losing control of this match as all four competitors involved freely.
Waist lock there by Mark Briscoe. Jay Freeze trying to get out of it. Mark Briscoe hooks in. Fisherman's Buster.
Bad news if you're Jay Freeze. But Brandon P's in there in nick of time to pull out the legs of Jay Briscoe. Make that Mark Briscoe.
Irish whip by Brandon P. Mark Briscoe does the clothesline. Brandon P catches it. He's got him hanging upside down. They could be going for the aftershock. No, Mark Briscoe counters it with a Hurricane Rana. And Jay Freeze in there again to break it up. Tooth and nail, these two teams are going.
Future Shock, to their credit, I dare say they've got their focus now plain and simple on the Briscoe brothers.
Mark Briscoe and Jay Freeze on a double clothesline take a double header to the outside.
But Jay Briscoe is the legal man, and so's Brandon P. And that's not good news if you're Future Shock.
There's the Jay Driller!
Oh.
There's the Jay Driller!
And looks like Jay Freeze is in to successfully break up that pin.
And he's going. Oh, there's the icebreaker. The icebreaker onto Jay Briscoe by Jay Freeze. Irish whip by Mark Briscoe. He's going for it again. He's going, wait a minute. He's got him. Cutthroat suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and still Wildside Tag Team Champions,